Welcome back to MTV Base's Hottest MCs. So, in part one, it was a little heated out here with regards to the list that the panel had consolidated and put together. And of course, we're sitting with the bottom 5 of the top 10 list. That does mean that today, on part 2, we are going to check out exactly who's sitting at the top 5 of the list. But before we get into the top 5, we do have to do a bit of a recap and see exactly who's sitting from number 10 to number 6. At number 10, we have KO. Number 9, Ricky Rick. Number 8, Costa Titch. Number 7, Busiswa. And at number 6, Big Zulu. So now that we've checked out the bottom 5 of the hottest MCs list, with that, we're going to jump straight into the list for today. We do have to jump into our number 5 of the list. Are you ready to hear who it is?
Let's go.
I want you to remember, when you're pulling faces here, that you selected these names, not me. At number 5, we have AKA.
Fair.
Yeah.
How are we feeling, Mandisa?
Yo, initially he was on my top 10.
Yes.
I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about it. I think he did his fair share this year. It wasn't mind-blowing. I wasn't really inspired by the moves that he was making. I'm 50-50 on it.
On a personal level, I miss Super Mega. I
So
don't
who's Super
appreciate
Mega?
Bova Watts.
You don't appreciate Bova Mania?
I think.
Ha! Okay.
I'm a big fan of AKA's music. I think AKA has used the cheat code on us, which is give him a little, stay relevant, get bookings. There's no need for me to give you an album. Even in fact, Bova Mania is not an album. It's just a...
It's a mixtape.
It's an EP,
It's an EP.
right? So there's a part of me
calls
that
it an
believes
EP,
that
wrong.
we are wrong for considering him because he's not competing for this.
To be on the list.
To be on the list.
He did say he doesn't want to be on this list.
AKA is making music that he feels he wants to make. Whether you're with it, you're with it. If you're not, you're not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We want That's What's Up, AKA. We want Super Mega, AKA.
Personally, on a
and I
personal
think
level.
if you listen to his music close enough, you hear him say, yeah, I'm past that.
That's what he says.
I'm past that.
But-
So I think we shouldn't include him in this because firstly, it doesn't mean a thing to that guy. He's tweeted about it. He said it a couple of years. Don't put me on this thing.
So what are we doing? Are we keeping him on the list or are we removing him? Number 1.
I don't
And,
know.
and number two, we also need to consider the other criteria, not necessarily just the music, because you guys are obviously talking about maybe say the impact of the
Yeah, the
music,
music, yeah.
but there was still some sales, as
Yeah.
Nota
You won
had
an award
mentioned.
too? Yeah.
He's also won an award, which is part of the criteria as well with the impact.
I think AKA's brand power does a lot of the legwork for him.
Yes.
Right?
More than the music.
Even if, you know, in our opinion, the music may not be as amazing, the brand power will do its thing. The guy has millions of people
Should he be
following
off the
him.
list, yes or no?
I
we
believe
keep-
that
Okay, let's
out of
vote.
respect for him and where he's at, he shouldn't be considered for this list.
All right,
agrees?
Kemo, what are you saying? Are we keeping him on the list?
We can keep him.
We're keeping
but
him.
Not at
Lula?
number 5.
He
Where?
doesn't need to be here.
He doesn't have to be here.
No, he doesn't.
All right, we've got 2 saying that he needs to be off. Venom,
He doesn't need to be here. It's fine.
Mandisa.
I'm saying let's keep him.
Okay, we're keeping him.
I'm saying off the list because these guys said he's off the list.
All right, so we're
Thank
moving
you.
on to our number 4 position for the list. Are you ready? K-Easy, your boy is in at number 4. Youngster CPT.
Stand up.
So technically he's at number 5.
Well deserved.
So you guys are saying Big Zulu. Who
Is
had a
not top
better
5.
year? Who had a better year between Big Zulu and Youngster?
Oof, it's
Big
hard
Zulu.
to say. It's
Big
hard to
Zulu.
say.
Big Zulu.
It's not hard to
Great.
say.
They were both nominated.
It's not hard to say.
They were both nominated for Summers.
I do believe Youngster CPT can be top 5.
He definitely
I
can.
do believe that
Big Zulu.
should be above him.
Yeah.
Let's hear who's number 3.
Yeah.
Are you all happy to...
I think he should stay at the 5th position, personally.
Yeah, I think he should be number
I think
5.
he should be number 5.
Mandisa, what do you have to
Yeah.
say?
He can stay
I
number
reckon Costa Titch had a better year than
A better
Youngster,
year than Youngster.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a
How are we
fact.
feeling
though.
about that?
She's right, but there's a lot of dynamics. Like,
No, he had a better.
Dynamics, Kemo, tell us what the
I mean,
dynamics are.
Costa was really hard. Like, you can't You can't say SA hip hop and not mention
Costa right
Titch.
now, yeah. 2020.
Yeah.
But also it's because he's the new kid on the block.
As well.
can't
He's the
keep-
new kid on
That's
the
true.
block.
He's not
That's true.
mainstream
That's
right now.
Doesn't
keep
matter.
doing that.
Like,
But
He's
it
the
does
new kid.
exaggerate the public's opinion.
it does.
But our opinion is an expert opinion.
So this is what I'm saying.
Has he not worked enough?
Hold on, no, he's done amazing work.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not taking anything away
We're
from
not.
Costa, but let's not hide the fact that being the new kid on the block gives you that much more
But we-
of an
Exactly.
advantage, opposed to someone who you already know and you already trust.
Yeah.
Youngster's
Yeah.
known.
He's been
Youngster
working for years.
he hasn't had the commercial success matched up to a lot of the guys we've mentioned.
Neither has
but
Costa.
But the cultural impact.
but the culture and the respect from everyone.
We don't
Everyone
take
wins.
away. We don't take
Youngster
away.
is our
Costa's
Nipsey
album.
Hussle.
We
He's
don't
our
take that
Nipsey
away.
Hussle.
Okay, so Casper's
Casper's album.
We don't take
Youngster
that away.
is on AKA
We're
song.
talking honest,
Youngster is
current
on
affairs
every
now.
feature because
What's hot now?
everybody needs Youngster to open up the gates of Cape Town.
So based on that,
Yeah.
Youngster has more visuals out than Costa Titch.
True, this year.
He had a nomination for the
Summers
Summers.
this
Exactly.
year, yes.
He won a South African Hip Hop Award.
Award for Best
And
Album.
this is the thing, right?
In December, it
This
counts.
is the thing. This is the thing. You get artists who cater for hip hop and cater for household, and then you get guys like Youngster who are literally carrying hip hop
Yeah.
at the home, and that may not translate to household. Costa Titch has more numbers online. I will agree with you
He's
on
hot.
that.
He's hot, yeah.
right now. Youngster's still building momentum.
But also remember, we're doing Hottest MCs
2020 right now.
I think it's fair for me to step away because my bias.
Venom, what
I'm
are you
gonna be
saying about
open.
Youngster? Are we swapping him around with
Put some
Costa?
respect on Youngster.
No, we do, bro.
We respect
We don't
him.
take it.
We
on
love
a, on,
it.
a, on a personal level, with all due respect to Youngster, I'm not swapping him with Costa, but I will swap him with Big Zulu.
Okay, so you
I
want
can agree.
so you want Big Zulu and Youngster to swap positions.
Yeah, for me, for this,
You
for
want to put
2020.
Big Zulu ahead of
2020,
Youngster?
yes.
Okay, cool.
For
I mean,
2020.
I Big Zulu ahead of Youngster? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Oh, wow. I am stumped. I mean, like I said, when we compare the movement of what, these artists have been doing in 2020, respectfully, Youngster CPT, please.
All right,
Bella
so
Bella.
everybody's agreeing that they want to swap out Big Zulu with Youngster CPT.
When you deal with those two, Nam, you really have to take the whole culture into perspective.
Yeah.
I agree with her though.
And
I
impact.
want CPT in the top 5, guys. I'm not gonna.
But let's see number 3. And
I'm
see.
with you.
All
I'm
right,
with you.
so-
Listen,
no,
for
no,
me
no,
this
okay.
year,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Big Zulu's been that guy.
Where does that leave us now? Where does that leave us with the list?
Big Zulu goes just above Youngster.
Oh, okay.
Shoo. All right, so at this point in time, this means since you guys have swapped them out, that now Big Zulu is sitting at number 5 and Youngster CPT at number 6. Happiness?
For now.
Fair
right.
enough for now.
Whoever's in at 4, 3, 2, 1,
You better be strong.
you better be strong.
All right, so our number 3, which was at number 3, but because we have, removed AKA, he's now sitting at number 4. Casper Nyovest.
Number 6.
Number 4.
I'd put him at number 6.
Number 4.
You like him at number 4?
I love him at number 4.
Are you happy with him at number 4? Venom?
Can I say something, guys? When Casper made Ahmad Dimon
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Tweezy, I was
Yeah.
the happiest bro in the world.
Because they're fucking Americans.
Because I knew I could reach a broader audience with the type of hip hop I play.
I hate that.
It is what it is.
I hate you guys.
You can hate it.
No,
like
the thing
that
is this: you guys are killing South African hip hop.
Why?
You guys are destroying it.
Why?
Because, let me tell you why.
Why,
I'll tell you
why are you trying to define South African hip hop to what you want it to be?
Because I started it. And number 2. Relax.
Relax.
But let me finish. I'm not done.
Let me back it up.
I'm not done.
Let me back it up.
Yes, I'm not done. Let me finish.
Let me back it up.
You spoke about how hip hop came from jazz and the blues
Yes.
and whatnot.
Yes.
So why is it wrong for us to get a
wrong.
drill beat?
I hate the fact that I produced Boom Shakalaka. I hate the fact that we took a trap beat from America and made a hit in South Africa because it was the easiest thing to do when no one else could access that type of level of production.
You
I
can hate
hate
it
the
all
fact
you
that we
want.
did that because what we did in so doing, when we did that, is that we now made it cool to take from America and make a hit in South Africa, because copying drill was unnecessary. It did not get Casper on the top of the charts. In fact,
You guys like these charts
Casper-
too much, eh?
Casper got onto number one with Spare and Knaves and Giselle Brothers with
Telu
Telumoya.
Moya.
For a
You understand what I'm saying? He got to number one for the first time in his career. For the first time in his,
Yet he's one of the most successful artists in our country.
Thank you.
Not
Artists.
No,
Not
not
rappers.
music maker.
Artists.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Not
He's
music
one of the
maker.
most successful.
So that song.
So you keep talking
Amati
about this
Moyo.
number one
Okay,
part.
okay,
Yet
okay,
your people
okay.
can't even fill up
Tweezy,
stuff.
never sample these drill beats. Tweezy, stop this thing that you're doing.
We're not
We're not gonna do that.
Okay,
No.
listen.
I understand the novelty.
Listen,
I
you need to
understand.
calm down, okay?
I understand the novelty in what you're saying.
Not the novelty.
No,
it's
hold
the
on.
culture.
No
We're talking about
time.
the
No time.
and why it
Hold on.
represents the
Relax.
culture.
Hold
And
on.
we're
What does
erasing
he
that.
rap on?
No.
What does he rap on? He raps on your traditional hip hop
But-
beats.
No,
Why
he
is it not a
raps
problem?
with
Why is it not a
Cape
problem
Colored
for him?
accent?
It's his accent.
Which makes it valid when someone raps in a Cape Colored accent and all
It's
they
his
hear on
accent.
the radio
Okay,
is
guys.
American
So when a
accent.
Ricky raps in Zulu or whatnot,
my point.
because
He's
he's on that
Venda.
beat.
Point.
He's
Hey!
Venda.
I lost
Hey!
my point.
He raps in Zulu to appeal to South Africa.
Okay, it is a debate, but
Yeah.
we don't have to listen to you the
brother.
entire
Okay,
time.
cool.
My
Do you
brother.
understand
Okay.
that?
You guys
Right.
let
And
Beyonce
with
make
that-
go music and you want to get angry at
She's elevating it.
Okay.
Oh, so
She's
she
elevating something of
what
our
about the
culture.
other
Okay,
Hold on,
okay.
who's gonna
Fine
make
for them to buy us.
Is Beyonce ever gonna make go music if all we make is American music in South Africa? If we don't take our sounds to the world, if we don't expose ourselves to the world, that is what is holding South African hip hop
And
back.
what we
guys.
have to do right now is go for an ad break. Are we agreeing with keeping Casper at number 4?
I agree.
No.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, it's fine
Agree
for
for
now.
now. It's still.
Are we happy with Casper at number 4?
Yes.
Are we happy with Casper
I'm
at
happy
number
with
4?
it. Yeah.
Okay,
What we're gonna do is take a break. We're gonna gather ourselves. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish this list because at this stage of the game, I'm about to kick somebody out. You know what I mean? Anyway, interact with us on the socials. Hashtag base hottest MCs. Welcome back to MTV Base Hottest MCs list. This is part 2 where we're going to be looking at the top 5 of the top 10. And of course, there's been a bit of a shake-up with today because we've had to switch around a couple of rappers and the positions that they were sitting at. So if we recap right now, sitting at number 6, we have Youngster CPT. At number 5, we have Big Zulu. And at number 4, Casper Nyovest. That means we have number 3, number 2, and number 1 to still check out. And we're about to jump into that right about now. So he was sitting at number 2 originally on your lists. But because we have an empty space, he's now sitting at number 3. I'm talking about Pitori's Maradona, Focalistic.
I feel like he should be either second or first.
Yeah, me
Should be
too.
number 2.
Well, I mean, he was at number 2, but I guess in Vuli's
Let's
cool
leave
now,
him
so
at
what must
3
we do?
for now.
Okay,
Let's
I
say
I
the
think
other two.
it's hands down. It's hands down.
For what?
Dude,
Danko.
Focalistic
He's
has
definitely
had
top 3.
Yeah, it's top
an
2.
amazing year.
Top 2.
I
If
think.
not
I
one.
think.
Top
I think. You know, it may not be considered hip hop because it's in the piano realm, right?
He's
but
rapping.
he's rapping.
He dropped a
And-
hip hop
and-
tape.
Yeah, he dropped the hip-hop
Tarantino.
And I can't wait to hear more music from him. You know what I mean?
Imagine thinking of the concept of Quentin Tarantino and then making yourself Quarantine Tarantino.
It's crazy.
I feel that Focalistic is the most important artist out of I'd say the platinum belt
Okay.
since WHP.
That
Potentially.
is-
Okay, okay, Mo. What do you have to say about
Yeah.
Foka?
If not number 2, definitely. He has to be number 2, actually. He is a number 2.
All right, so you're probably going to swap him around when
Yeah, I
you get
can
to our
swap
number
him
1.
around. He's put in the work. He's hard. And, dog, I can take him anywhere in the country. He's hard. He's
In
hard
Africa.
property.
In the
He's hard.
world.
He's hard.
He's hard.
Yeah, actually in the world.
And we can't take the fact away that he's a hardworking artist. Him and his team work really hard.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Venom?
Focused.
You know, I don't have to say much.
He's biased.
He's hard.
Call it what it is, but
It's Pitori.
the
At some
facts
point-
speak for themselves.
Yeah, true.
At some point,
I don't have to
everybody's
say
at
anything.
some point everybody's going to be biased today because we
Yeah.
all have somebody
Faith.
that we're
If
representing.
it was up to me, he'd be number 1. That's all I have to say.
Mandisa?
I'm happy with
Happy?
top 2.
All right, so we're all happy that he should be sitting at number 2, which was his original position. But of course, with the open space, we've had to put him at number 3. That does mean our number 2 and our number 1 positions are open. But at number 1, according to your votes, is also a shared position.
Hectic.
So we've got two people to consider. And they could potentially then sit at both those positions of number 2 and number 1. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
We've got Younger Chief and Nasty C sitting at number 2 and number 1. How are we
This one
feeling
is a-
about the two of them, and where would you like to place them?
I just need Focalistic to come to number 2 so we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
So
I
who's
don't
gonna
know
be
who
at
we can
number
put at
3?
number 3.
Nasty.
Yeah, I'd also
way.
put Nasty
No
C at
way.
number 3.
No
Same.
You're gonna put Nasty C, who's won no awards.
He's younger.
He hasn't won best hip hop album. He hasn't won best hip hop album this year. As far as I'm concerned, Nasty C should not be higher on this list than Casper Nyovest.
I was actually surprised when both albums dropped. Casper's album is more hip hop than Nasty C's album, and I was pleasantly surprised
And
by
more
that. You know, yeah, like it's hip hop influenced. You know what I mean? And I think right now, as we were talking about earlier on, like hip hop, SA hip hop is going through a phase of like an identity crisis. Like, who are we trying to be? You know, hence we have Abu Busiso on the list. You know, they represent us. They represent the people on the streets. You know, we have Foka on the list. They represent people on the streets, but also we cannot set aside what works and what works for the industry that was built, that we found here. You know what I mean? Some of us.
Okay, Lula?
I can't help but want to keep Nasty above Casper.
Why?
Bias.
I might be
At some point, everybody will be
At
biased.
some point, maybe
But name the facts, sorry.
maybe I'm being a fangirl right now, but purely based on the album. Any Minute Now is not better than Zulu Man with Some Power. Not at all.
The buying public, the music streaming public, do not support
Once
what you're
again,
saying.
do you think that the internet and streams are a true depiction of the culture?
I don't think they're a true
So in
depiction,
that-
but
in
I
that
think
regard-
I think they are a relevant depiction.
I think-
because that is what these artists measure their performance on. And K-
I'm with Nota on this
Redix.
one. I also feel AMN. AMN is a bigger album in South A
Is it better?
than, huh?
Is it better though?
not to say it's better. Nasty's a better
Is
rapper.
it better
Nasty's a better rapper.
But I don't even
But
think
the
Nasty C
albums-
wants to be here, bro.
Yeah,
He wants to
he's
be
trying to
in
make it for
Spain.
America.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
let's-
Lula,
for the
Lula,
market.
Let it
I
be
So
judged
think
on-
whether or not
on the
it's
US.
better,
Yeah.
it's
Let's
not
sway
bigger.
judge it.
Yeah.
That's
we
my point.
also need to remember the criteria
Criteria.
here. So as much as you might have personal opinions, we still need to look at the buzz, the sales,
He
the
takes the
impact,
boxes.
the X factor that everybody has on this list.
I'll give Nancy
and you're
one
looking
thing.
at all those options when you're deciding about whether they're going to sit at number 2 or number 1.
Yeah, I think I'm being a little subjective.
KZ,
based on
you
the
haven't said
facts.
much.
I do believe, look, for me personally, I do like Zulu Man with Some Power more than AMN by Casper. I do believe Casper's album is still probably going to grow
On you, yeah.
on me and onto other people. Zulu Man with Some Power because of the machine behind Nasty.
It's the same machine.
Hold
Def Jam.
on, please. When we talk SA hip hop, Casper Nyovest dropping, that's a big deal. I think Nasty C is past SA hip hop. And we listen to that album the same way we listen to Roddy Rich.
Okay, cool.
We don't listen to him and say, okay,
Yeah.
how's Big Zulu sounded? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't listen to it the same
So
way.
should he be on this list at all?
Based on
That's
SA
another
hip hop,
I don't think he should be on
hold
this list for that.
Based on SA hip hop, whether your personal agenda about how he raps, and I'm surprised you have this agenda now. Why didn't you have it when he had bad hair? But
I
that's
did.
another conversation.
I did.
You did. You went
I
this
did.
vocal.
Let me say-
I'm going to finish my point.
What we're not going to do is argue over each other the whole
I
time.
hear you.
I hear you.
But that,
Nasty C is a
Let's
different
kick him
guy
off.
now.
Understood.
He's not
so
our
what
guy.
does that mean for Nasty? Does he
think-
stay on the charts?
SA hip hop relevancy.
Is he going to be number 2 or number 1?
Wait.
Are you swapping him out
But-
with Foka?
But we can't remove him out of SA hip hop because
he's here.
wrong. When Keenan and them were rappers,
Okay, listen.
whatnot, it was not a problem.
So you were saying-
Who? With Pro Kid? Because he rapped in vernac.
Rapping with Pro Kid. Rapping with
Because he rapped in vernac.
He is colored. He speaks English. Why do you expect him to come out in Zulu like Pro Kid? Do you expect
Okay,
him
so
why because Keenan respected South African.
you justify the
Venom.
fact that
I'm
youngster
saying-
CPT has a colored accent.
Yes.
Why don't you have a problem with Keenan having
Because
a
not
colored
all
accent?
colors have the same accent.
Exactly. Not all
Right.
rap in Zulu.
No, I'm not saying he has to
stop
rap.
that
Okay,
thing.
that's
Stop
it.
that
That was
thing.
the
I'm not
point.
saying he has to
That was
rap
the
in Zulu.
point.
Stop that thing.
And that
You
was
can
it.
rap in English.
And that is the point. And
But
that's that.
bring the culture in.
Okay.
Venom need to let
Hello.
Venom.
Hello.
Venom.
We're not here to push personal agendas, okay? what we do have to do is continue with the list because now we need to decide if we're swapping Casper and Nasty C.
Yes.
You have all said no. Everybody here has said yes. So I think it's fair enough to just leave Casper where he is. Are we happy with him at number 4?
Yo.
All right, Casper's at number 4. Focalistic is sitting at number 3. Where are we placing Nasty C and Yanga? We haven't even
placing-
discussed Yanga because we're going
Replacing
off.
Folk and
We don't need to discuss
we're
Yanga.
swapping
Number one.
Nasty and
Hello.
Let's
Hi.
focus on everyone below.
We still have to discuss Yanga because are you
number
happy?
one.
Are you happy with keeping him?
He's
on
number
the
one.
list? Either number 2 or number 1.
Number one.
Number one.
Yeah,
Number
Yanga's
one. It's not,
definitely
we don't need
number
to discuss the number 1 guy. The number 1 should be obvious.
No, it's not up to you. It's my table here. I'm
Okay.
deciding whether we discuss it or not.
Sorry.
So what does that mean for Nasty C? He's sitting at number 2.
Three.
He's sitting at number 3.
Yeah.
So Focalistic is moving up to number 2.
Second place.
Are we happy with moving Foca to number 2? Yes. So you are agreeing that Yanga Chief is going to take the number 1 spot.
Yep.
For hip hop, this
Focalistic is sitting at number 2.
Yeah.
Nasty C is sitting at number 3.
Yeah.
Casper Nyova is at number 4.
Yeah.
And at number 5 we have
Big Zulu.
Big Zulu.
Wait, can I just ask, what has Younger done this year?
He won 2
He won
summers.
2 awards. 2
That's
summers.
from
No,
last
hold
year.
on. No, it's not last year. He won it
what?
this year.
This
He
year.
won it this year. The album was
For
free.
what?
Wait.
We have rated everyone else based on 2020 and the content that they've been putting out in 2020.
No. That's what you're
Hold
saying.
on, Nota. Hold on.
That's been the conversation
Hold on.
from 10 down.
So let's not, and like we said, everybody's biased at some point. Please acknowledge your bias for Younger.
I'm biased for Yanga.
Okay,
Yes,
so what does that
110.
mean for our number
I'm
1
biased.
position? Because now
I think-
it seems as though people are arguing his number 1 position.
I'm just trying
and
to-
it seems as though he
I'm not-
needs
I'm
to be
not-
moved. Venom is disagreeing about his number 1. K-Yeezy is also disagreeing about the number 1.
I'm not saying he's dope. He's not dope. I'm saying in
neither, bro.
2020.
Yes,
Bro.
that's what I'm saying.
So let's
won
go.
awards in 2020.
So
Don't discount
let's
them.
put it to a vote.
Because
He
of
won
what
them
he did
in
in 2019.
Hey. Okay, Nota, since you want to talk, let's start with you. Number
vote
1,
for Yanga.
are you keeping him at number 1?
Number 1.
Mandisa?
Keeping him.
Keeping him at number 1.
Yes.
Where would you like to place Yanga?
I would have put him at number 2, honestly.
So you want to swap him with Foka?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
K-Easy?
Can you go to them? Can I go?
Okay, Lula?
You know, after this conversation, I realized that Foca actually deserves first place.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
definitely.
Kemo?
I can definitely swap folk.
So
and
3
Younger.
people want to swap him out.
I'll go further. Younger's my dude. But 2020, when we're looking at people who put work out, I believe Nasty C should go above Younger.
No. That is sacrilegious.
Nota, let it go.
I'm not letting it go. He won those awards this year.
Nota.
He won those awards this year.
We need to continue.
He went gold
I think
this year. Has Nasty gone gold in 2020? Yes or no? He hasn't.
Okay.
We don't know.
And therefore,
Listen,
Because
okay.
of work from last year, and that's my thing.
it's
Why
not
are
about
we
because of
creating-
work from last year. It's about the sales that came after
Nota.
he did the remix.
But that's
Nota,
one.
I'm trying.
It doesn't matter. It went gold.
Characteristic.
To
That's
sell,
only
okay,
one
good for him.
characteristic out of
Good
those.
for him.
10,000
Focalistic
singles
went
is not
gold.
child's play.
All right, guys. So
Exactly.
what are we voting?
So what's the
Focalistic
point?
number 1.
Venom,
vote,
Venom.
let's vote,
let's vote,
So
let's vote,
Foca's
let's
at number
vote.
1.
I'm tired
Yes.
now.
Focus at
Focus number 1.
Focus at number 1.
Focus
Are we
at
happy
number
with
one.
Foca at number 1?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Okay.
Foca.
So where does that place Yanga? At number 2.
I'm
Can
saying
even say 3.
Nasty C moves up to number 2. Younger, down to
With
3.
what gold single this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
With what gold single this year?
It's their
With what hits this year?
Nota, it's their opportunity to
I hear
talk.
you, but
Just
let them
wait.
not lie.
I'm not
Lula?
gonna lie, this one is a really tough one.
Okay, what are you saying?
Don't be a fan.
You have
I'm
to
gonna go with
vote.
Yanga.
Yanga at number 2.
Second place. Yeah.
Okay, what are you
Yanga
saying, Venom?
I'll
Where's
go with
Yanga?
Younger at second place.
Okay, Mandisa?
Younger, second place.
Yanga second place.
Yeah.
Nota, we know where you're putting him. It's fine. We're not gonna ask you. At number 3, we have Nasty C. At number 2, we have Yanga.
Yeah.
At number 1, Focalistic. Are we happy with the rest of the list? Nobody else is switching around.
I'm still
Nobody
unhappy
else
with
is
Casper
moving.
being lower than
It's
Nasty.
okay. Well, you didn't
But-
fight for it hard enough. What we have to decide is where we are sitting
I
with
tried,
our
Kes.
top 10. Okay?
With respect.
Nazoke. At number 10, we have Mr. Super Duper Clean, the Cash Time Lifer, KO. Closing out the decade, the 10th spot is fitting for this lucky star. Jealous Down. At number 9 is Mr. Makado. Cotton Eaters stand up. It's no mistake Ricky is the prolific goal scorer in any given formation. I got Messi. I got Nishu Bosonke. Stay legendary. Umama Waskuza. Ucosta is here to shake things up at number 8. Young Homie is truly made in Africa. Keep rising, son. Make them itch, titch. At lucky number 7, we have Her Majesty Busiswa with all her power. Sis has been low-key repping the game. With a stellar rise, we saw it fitting to honor her here and now. Sapa well to see her go further and further. Vumandibo. At 6, straight out of CPT with 4 fingers up, 2 twisted in the middle. Sitting on top of Hirikwaho is the game's Batman, the super cold youngster CPT, a slicker Mensa. Let's salute the Cape Crusader. Labu Midlozi, hands up for Big Zulu in the 5th slot. The journey has been long. This destination is one of many of a great journey for Inkabi Yamamillion. Casper Nyovest switched the style up and landed on the 4th spot. The volume is way up. The stadiums are filled up. His OG status is solidified. Ivy's son is taking the world by storm with 333 big energy at number 3. He's riding high like a shooting star. Danki Rep Matlasela. Number 1, Kista, Kilisupa, Kiswank Sinatra, Quarantine Tarantino. Last number, Focalistic, Le Para La Caranga, served slaps all over 2020. Kovizi didn't keep the man down, he went Broly on it. Danko Foka. Ungaikishi, this is the base hottest MC's top 10. Daumesa, here's to the new decade.
And there you have it. That is 2020's hottest MCs list. Top 10, loud and proud. These people over here have decided on their top 10. Not me. So please smile with me when you see me on the street. Because I didn't decide on anything. But nonetheless, that is the list. And of course, you can interact with us on the socials. Hashtag base hottest MCs. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know whether you agree with the panel for this year. And of course, whether you agree with the top 10 list. With that, we'll see you again in 2021. Hopefully it will be hot enough. I don't want to see these people next year.